Hey, what's going on? We should be live here in the group. Or the page, I think, right? Just make sure. Failure, failure, failure. Let's fail more. Good morning, Timothy. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's go after it. Let's go after it. It's Monday. About to start a new Vanessa, Michelle. How are ya? Failure, failure. Are you afraid to fail? That was the top question this morning. Are you afraid to fail? And it's natural, right? We're all gonna, you know, we all have this fear of failure. We want everything to be perfect. We want everything to work out. What's up, Barbara? Barbara, good morning. We want things to be perfect. And the reality is things are never, Michelle Keneally, how are you? Things are not gonna be perfect. You're not gonna knock the ball out of the park every single time, and that's okay, because part of this entrepreneurship journey is learning. Simone, how are you? Cindy, yeah, this entrepreneurship journey is all about learning and evolving and evaluating. And so if you have the mindset that, hey, this has got to work or else, you're gonna be disappointed, right? Because you're gonna experience failure. Someone's gonna say no to you. Someone's gonna call your business a scam. Someone's gonna say your ads are gonna fail, right? People are gonna ignore you, right? Things are gonna get tough, and you're gonna experience some downtime, some negativity, failure. And so you need to develop that resolve to know, hey, failure is a part of the process, right? Failure is a part of the process. And if I'm not failing enough, one, I'm not doing enough, right? And I'm not stretching myself. I'm not putting myself out there enough. So you gotta be failing. What's up, Daria, my friend? Just let me know any takeaways, any things that really resonated with you on this call. Did you like my singing? I was gonna sing the Frozen theme. But I decided not, so I just read it. But failure is part of the process, absolutely, Simone. And if your business isn't growing as fast as you want it to grow, take a look at what you're doing, right? Are you trying new things? Are you taking risk? Are you doing the work? And if you're doing the work, are you getting a result? I'll recap the call in just a second, Cindy, so you can catch up, and you can also listen to the podcast. But if your business isn't growing and you're wondering why, right? Ask yourself, am I taking action, right? What am I doing, and what are the results I'm getting, right? Because if you're taking action, right? If you can literally say, hey, every single day, I'm connecting with 10 people on social media and having conversations, but no one is joining me in business or being exposed to my opportunity. It's not the actions that is the issue or the challenge. It's something in the process, right? So you're doing the activity, you're connecting with people. Maybe there's some education or tweaking that needs to happen with your communication skills. And we have tons of training and challenges and things in MLSP to help you with that, right? So if you're moving and doing something, then you can adjust and fix stuff. But if you're stationary, right, you're a parked car and you're not moving, you can't really do anything. You can't fix anything, right? You can't, the quote or analogy is, you can't move a parked car. You can't steer a parked car, actually, right? You have to be in motion. So if your business isn't growing or you're not getting the results you want, are you in motion? And I will say, motion doesn't mean doing every single thing under the sun, right? You could be in motion and going this way and going this way and going this way and going this way and going this way, right? Doing all the stuff, but you're actually kind of circling yourself, right? So what path are you on? What are you focusing on? Put your attention and energy there, and then evaluate what's happening in that process. If I go back to what I shared on the call here, so I talked about, accepting and being comfortable with failure on the call, right? If your business isn't growing, if you have things that aren't going your way, whether it be growth of your business, leads, etc. And when failure comes up, right, you're not getting the results you want. Typically what happens is people stop doing anything altogether. They get paralyzed, they freeze, they do nothing, they play small, they play not to lose versus playing to win. Okay? And so the example I gave on the call here is that last week I was working on this Facebook campaign for a client, and every single day, we got the ad approved by Facebook, and we got a response back from Facebook saying, hey, this ad is low quality, therefore it's going to see less people, and as a result, it's going to cost you more money. And so for 6 days, or 5 days rather, we're trying to figure out, okay, why is this ad being marked low quality, and tweaking it every single day until we're able to figure out why that is, so that we can get the cost that we expected per result for this ad. So you need to analyze, what's happening in your business and say, hey, I'm doing this stuff, right? I'm doing this activity right now, but the outcome isn't what I want. You don't change the action. Sometimes you do. You don't change the action. You try to see what is going on in the process that is preventing the result you want from coming to fruition. Does that make sense? Thanks, Andre. I appreciate that. That makes sense? So let me ask you for everyone on the call, on the live here, what's one thing in your business that you can set as a challenge or stretch goal for yourself this week? Right? One thing. What's one stretch goal that, possibility of failure is possible, right? But what's one stretch goal that you can set for yourself this week in your business, right? Do I want to, land a top marketer for my podcast? Do I want to generate, 100 leads this week? Okay. What's that goal you want to accomplish this week? Put it in the chat, in the comments. This week, I'm getting 100 leads for my business. This week, I'm making how many calls, Cindy? How many calls are you making this week? We got to be specific here. To make a certain amount of calls is very vague. I'm going to make 25 calls this week, or 10 calls daily, right? I'm going to generate 10 leads every single day. I'm going to have 10 conversations with 10 new people every single day. I'm going to do 3 or 4 or 7, right? A Facebook Live every single day. Awesome, Cindy. Cindy's going to make 10 calls a day. Perfect. That's it. Okay. So now we work backwards, right? You got 10 calls a day, right? How are you getting numbers? Daria, meet 10 new people on social media each day this week. Awesome. A little more specific, where on social media? Meet 10 new people on social media each day this week. What platform? Tip, choose one. Focus, choose one platform. Cindy, how are you getting those 10 calls? Other people, comment in the chat. What are you committing to doing, or what are you committing as your stretch goal this week? What's that stretch goal? Dara's got 10 new people on blank platform each day, meeting 10 new people. Cindy's got 10 calls, right? Other folks, let me know in the comments. What are you committing to this week? What's up, Ryan? Facebook, love it, Daria. So meeting 10 new people on Facebook every single day this week. Vanessa says, be more consistent with business regarding posting about it, okay? Be more specific about business, right? So what are you doing? What are you posting? Where are you posting? How many times? Okay? How many times are you going to post? And where are you posting? When you get specific about what it is you're going to do, you're more likely to actually do it because you know what you're doing. Yeah, right? So Vanessa, are you going to post twice a day about your business on Facebook? What are you going to do, right? So be specific. Tiffany, I will launch my newsletter to my list, my list to target my audience. Awesome. So you're sending out emails to your audience. Randine, I think I said that correctly. Actively follow 50 people on Facebook daily. Awesome. I would go a step further, right? Just some thoughts, right? Follow people on Facebook, 50 a day, and then are you doing anything to engage them or talk to them, or just following them? Just want to be clear there. Ryan, getting sales letter written. Awesome. And then what are you doing with that sales letter? Right? Get your sales letter written. That's great. Big stretch goal, right? But what are you doing with that sales letter after you write it? Are you emailing it to your list? What are you driving traffic to? Or what's your plan? Barbara says, posting consistently daily on Facebook. Awesome. Let's be specific, right? So posting consistently and daily. What does that mean? Posting 2 times a day on Facebook, 3 times a day on Facebook. So when you have numbers, right? When you have numbers, you can say, all right, did I do it today? When you say posting consistently, that's up for debate. Your consistency could be once a day. Your consistency could be twice a day, 3 a day. But what exactly are you committing to doing? I'm committing to post 3 times a day. And you can measure that at the end of the week. Did I or did I not do what I said I was going to do this week? Did I post 3 times a day on Facebook this week? Monday, yes. Tuesday, yes. Thursday, no, right? You can track your activity, right? Because you can't change the results. The results can't change. They are what it is. But you can change the activity and the actions. So be specific about the actions. Andre says we have post 10 times. In network group, great. Write my email list every day this week, great. I try to post at least once or twice a day. So I'm also going to challenge language here. Trying is a very disempowering word, right? I'm going to try and post at least once or twice a day. So say, what are you going to do, right? I'm going to post at least once or twice a day. Just get rid of try. I'm going to post at least once or twice a day. That sounds much better than trying. Just want to put that out there. 10 times on Facebook. Going to add 10 emails to my list daily this week. Awesome, Darlene. How are you doing that? Okay, how are you getting people to your email list? Just think about specific actions, right? But that's a great stretch goal. Watch to see if they send a friend request, reach out to me. Their curiosity. Awesome, great. Okay, got that, Randy. So a lot of folks have got stretch goals, right? If you haven't thought about it, think about it and put something in the chat, in the comments. But it should be specific. It should be something that's measured and trackable by you so that you can say to yourself, hey, at the end of the week, did I do X? Did I post twice a day in a group? Did I follow 50 people every single day this week? And if you did, great. If you didn't every single day, not saying it's bad, but you can see what you did and didn't do and the results you got because of what you did and didn't do, right? So it's not a matter of like beating yourself up because you didn't do it one day. It's just being aware of that when you do the actions consistently, the results will follow. Consistent action, consistent results. Inconsistent action, inconsistent results. It's like, it's what is a law, right? You do something, you get a result. You don't do something, you don't get a result. If you're not doing consistently, you're gonna get ups and down in your business. Julia, what's going on? We need to focus first. Get leaders. Awesome, awesome. Other thoughts about failure and failing more often? Failing should be fun. Failing is fun because that means you're doing something. You know how many times I come close to the mic here. You know how many times I work with people and they're wondering why they are not getting the results in their business? And it comes down to one thing. They're not doing anything, right? So they may have done something once, and what happens is the failure seeps deep within them, and it just stifles them. They get paralyzed. They just don't move forward, right? I had a client who, and also being resourceful too, right? I had a client that was running some ads and couldn't figure out why there were no leads coming in or nothing was happening. And so completely, instead of being resourceful and asking questions or going to figure it out and Googling, the client just waited and was paralyzed and didn't know, hey, there was a reason why there were no leads coming in, but I don't know what to do. So I'm just going to freeze and do nothing. And the answer was pretty darn simple. Pretty darn simple, right? I'm not going to tell you what the answer, the solution was, but it was a simple solution, right, to fixing the problem. The person could have went to Google and said, okay, my ads aren't converting and I'm not getting any results, or like my ads aren't running. Why is that, right? But what happens is people get stuck and paralyzed and they feel like they don't know what to do next. And so they wait until a next call. They wait until someone gives them the answer. And we're business owners, right? Our job is to solve problems, even if they're our own problems, right? If something's not working, you got to be resourceful and figure it out as an entrepreneur, business owner. You might have a coach, right? They're there to guide you. But if you have, you had your call today and your next call is not till next week, and something happened, you got to be the solution. You got to try and figure it out yourself. That's why we got Google. Failing is better than freezing. It shows action, absolutely, because that's how you measure what's working and not working. If something's not working and you get hung up about it, you throw your hands up and say, I'm not doing this anymore. This is crazy. Nothing works. Then you just missed a golden opportunity to learn something and fix your own problem. And you're gonna have what you've always probably gotten in business, right? That same result of starting and stopping, waiting for someone else to tell you, what's wrong or what you need to do. We all know what we need to do. How many people on this live here know exactly what they should be doing to reach the goal that they want? It's not brain surgery, right? How many of us know what exactly we should be doing? Coaches help you stop giving up on what didn't work yet. Exactly. Exactly, Julia. Yeah, right. Oh, Facebook ads don't work. Prospecting doesn't work. Facebook Lives don't work. Webinars don't work. Email is dead. It doesn't work, right? It's working for others. Imagine that. If it's worked for other people, then it could it work for you? It could. If you were taking action and didn't give up on the moment you failed, or and it's not, I would change that word from failure to a setback, right? Something didn't work, but we internalize this word called failure, right? We internalize it as a referendum on us as a person, right? Because my ad failed, I'm a failure. Because someone didn't watch my Facebook Live and hated it, I'm a failure. No one watched my Facebook Live. I had 0 views on it, so I'm a failure. No one's opening my email, so I'm a failure. No one registered for my webinar, I'm a failure. It's not you that's the failure, right? You're not the failure. It's whatever you did it just didn't work. Something in that process didn't work. Something in your strategy didn't work. But you're not the failure. How many feel that? Oh man. What's up, Anthony? Good to see you. Right? You're not the failure. But we feel that, we internalize that, we put that on ourselves. Like, man, I'm such a loser, I'm such a failure. Like, this never works for me. It's not about you. It's about the actions you're doing that aren't working. But it's not saying, hey, you're a failure. Come on. It's whatever this is, right? It's it. The ads are not working, right? The way I'm talking to people in chat isn't effective. Then asking yourself, where can I get the help I need to make it better? Right? Where can I go to get the support to improve my communication in chats and conversation, right? In chat messaging. Where can I go to learn how to improve my ads? Where can I go to build up or learn how to build up a group that is engaged? Where can I go to learn how to do Facebook Lives that actually are intriguing and gets people to join and watch? Right? Where do I go to learn how to create a lead magnet that people actually want? Because the answers are all out there. Right? Nothing in this world is new. The answers are out there. It's just a matter of you asking the right questions and going to find them. But yeah, it's not you. You're not a failure. Not a failure. It's whatever from the image in the bowl, right? The bowl in the image. That's in there. That's the failure. It's outside of you. I didn't even think about that. Right? The image on the live here, right? The bowl is filled with confetti. That's all a failure. It's not coming from you. It's outside of you, right? But you can fix that. You can evaluate the failures and say, all right, that didn't work. Let's try this. That didn't. Oh, that worked. Let's do more of that. Because the beautiful thing about failure is when you find where the disconnect is, or where the tweak that needs to be made is, and you make that change, then you focus on doing that consistently. Absolutely, Julie. Building an impact requires building resilience through failure. Yep. Exactly. I was going to say something, but I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, and then the thing about, so the other cool thing about failure and realizing the solution, right? Once you start getting a result, the thing you should do is keep doing the same thing to get the same result. But what I find is, and this is, several years of working with clients, is people get a result. They failed a lot, right? They failed a lot. They get a result, and they try to do something else. They go to do something else, right? Instead of doubling down on what just worked, they shift and go someplace else. And that could be also fear too, right? A different kind of fear, right? A fear of like, okay, oh my God, I got a result. What if I get more of them? Uh-oh. What if I get more sales? Uh-oh. What if I actually start to recruit people in a team? And then you get distracted and go to do something else. So what you need to do is fail, figure out something that works, and keep doing that one thing that is working. Okay? Does that make sense? So keep failing. Figure out, what needs to be tweaked and changed. Try again. When something different works for you, you get the outcome you're looking for. Keep doing the same activity and get better at the activity so that you convert, and I don't say convert, but so you get more results and you get better at it, right? So imagine, here, taking an example someone shared of what they're going to be doing this week, right? Imagine you're having 10 conversations per day with new people on Facebook, right? 10 conversations. At the end of the week, you've had 70 conversations. Over the course of those 7 days, you've figured out what things to focus on, to share, to talk about, to get people exposed to your opportunity, right? So from 70 people, maybe you expose, 10 people to your opportunity. Awesome, right? You figured out what's working. Now you got 10 people exposed to your opportunity. You figure out how to move them to the next step to actually becoming a distributor or customer, and you close, let's say, 3 of them. Next week comes, and last week you did 10 conversations a day. Next week comes, and you're like, well, this week I'm going to focus on doing videos. No. You're building up muscle, right? Do 10 more conversations every single day or more, right? Keep building that muscle. And then you'll find that you'll get people to transition to an exposure, more people to transition to exposure, and as a result, transition into business builders or customers. But I see it so often. People are like, all right, this week I'm focusing on prospecting 10 people every single day. Next week I'm going to do 5 Facebook Lives a day. Next week I'm doing, Twitter automation. Next week I'm doing Instagram. Focus. I guarantee the more you focus on 1 or 2 things, you will reach your goals faster. And you'll be more satisfied with the work you're doing because you're getting that result. You're actually impacting people and helping people. That's what happened in my business. I'll be straight honest. That's what happened. You may have heard this before, but I was all over the place. I was doing everything, right? Every platform, Instagram, Twitter, not Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, blogging, ads. I was doing it all. And it wasn't until I said, hey, let's focus on 1 or 2 things. Facebook ads and chat marketing. That's all I did. That's all I do. And you notice Brian, when he introduced me, he didn't say, Antonio Thompson, he does Facebook ads, he does YouTube videos, I'm the go-to guy for Facebook ads in this community. What are you going to be the go-to person for? For your people, for your community. That's it. Andre's asking for how long we need to build. That's up to you. How if you're building a network marketing team, a business, how large do you want to build? Right? What's that goal for you? Is it, 50 distributors? Right? If your goal is 50 distributors and you're talking to 10 people every single day, right? How many people out of that 70 are converting to business builders, right? Whatever that goal is, hey, it's 50. This week I got 5. Awesome. You got 45 more to go. Exactly, Julia. You keep building until you need to be, and then you get bigger goals. Yeah, so maybe 50 today, right? By the end of the month, 50, and then maybe next month you have another goal. Maybe it's another 50. Yeah, so you do need strategies in place, yeah, but like focusing in on one particular marketing strategy to recruit. Yeah. So if your goal is to, and I know a lot of us are in network marketing, and it's all about duplication and stuff like that. So obviously building your team, and then helping your team members get started and duplicating that process. So this is where it becomes very duplicatable and almost easy for you to recruit and teach people to recruit as well. If you develop, if you have something that's working for you in your business to recruit people, you just teach your team to do the exact same thing, right? If you can tell, if you're doing 10, connecting with 10 people every single day on Facebook, well, you could also get them into the community here as well, as a side note. But if your strategy is, hey, this is what I'm doing every single day to build my team and recruit people, teach your team to do the same thing, right? Teach your team to do the same thing. So 10 a day. This is how I'm having conversations, the things I'm saying. How am I transitioning to a exposure? How am I transitioning from the exposure to actually, getting them on the product or into the business opportunity? And then you educate your team to do the same thing. No need to complicate it, right? No need to, throw in things that you're not doing, or throw in things that you think they would enjoy or like, right? No. What's worked for you? What are you doing to build this business? And teach them that. That way you can not only help them, get started, but you can also, you have a clear knowledge of what they need to do to change in their conversations with people so that they get the same result that you're getting, right? You can critique their conversation and say, hey, you might not want to say that, on the first message, right? You might want to use this. And then and this is the beautiful thing about stepping into leadership, right? Because as you do that, you become the leader, right? You become the trainer. And not only are you able to leverage that and teach your team, right? You could take that and teach others in other companies as well this same strategy. So it opens up the floodgates for you, but focusing on one thing, that's what you want to do. You don't want to be all over the place teaching your team how to prospect on Facebook, how to do Facebook Lives, how to blog, how to run ads, right? Focus on what's working for you, right? You get the results first, and then teach people to get the same results that you've gotten. Simple as that. Keep it simple. All right, so I don't got anything else. I've been talking for a while. But any questions, like anything that comes to mind, comes up for you, just let me know. Put it in the comments. Comment on this video. Tag me in something with questions. More than happy to respond to you. But failure is part of the process. And if you're not failing enough, your business is not growing as quickly enough. So test things out, try things out, and if something doesn't work for you, tweak it, refine it, or do something different. Okay? So I hope this live was helpful and valuable. Andre says, how can I become a professional in network marketing? How long does it take? It's an interesting question, because you're a professional the moment you decide to be professional, right? No one's going to say, Andre, you are now a professional network marketer. You're a professional when you decide to be professional. What is a professional network marketer? Well, someone that I believe is not only not I'm gonna say a leader, but like someone that is treating this profession as a profession, right? Someone who believes in the profession, they advocate for the profession, but they treat it as a professional business, right? So you're not a professional network marketer is not spamming. Professional network marketer understands how to communicate. Professional network marketer knows how to expose people to an opportunity and invite them to, learn more or to get started. Right? Unprofessional network marketers spam their links all over social media. Unprofessional network marketers just messages people randomly and say, hey, do you want to buy my product or join my opportunity? Professionals are professional, right? They uncover whether or not the person actually even is interested or looking for a change in their life. Professionals know how to invite people to a presentation or exposure. Professionals know how to market. And it's a lot of things, right? But no one's going to say, hey, Andre, today is June 29th, and today you've made it. You are a network marketing professional. Congratulations. Welcome. No one's going to say that. So you have to do the activity that shows people that you're a professional, right? Because the industry has a terrible name, right? Not the name itself, but the industry itself has a certain connotation with people, right? Because people who've invited people to hotel meetings and parties and even on social media approach it from an unprofessional standpoint, right? It's all about make money, get rich, make money without doing any work, right? The circles, right? But when you approach it from a standpoint of you're looking to help people and you have a vehicle to do so, right? It comes across a little differently. So that's it. Cool. Exactly, Tiffany. Professionals get paid for their knowledge or service. Correct. So with that, thank you all for joining me this morning on the call and this live here. If you're new to the community, be sure to join us tonight. A couple of things going on, right? So 8 o'clock tonight is the new member orientation, and then day 5 of Diane Hockman's list building challenge. But if you have any questions about anything, feel free to tag me on this live here or want to connect. Just follow or add me as a friend. But have a great week. We're leading into a new month and a new quarter. And the next 90 days can be, and I'm going to say will be, a game changer for you if you apply the very simple here today. Very simple, right? Understand that failure is part of the process. Well, a couple of things. Understand that failure is a part of the process. And secondly, take that failure, analyze what's happening in that particular strategy or action, and make an adjustment. And the third thing is, I can't say this enough, focus. Focus, focus, focus. Focus on one simple strategy. And if you're in network marketing, one simple strategy to connect with people, build relationships, build rapport, and then just see if the people you're talking to may be open. And if not, don't take whatever the failure is, the not joining you in business, etc. Don't take that personally because it's not about you. Okay? So appreciate you, value you all in the community. Have an awesome start to your week. And I will see you all on the next live, on the next call, and in the group. Have a great Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.